Ladies and gentlemen, today I will tell you your purpose of creation. God says, I have created you for his worship. Reminded when God created you, he didn't make a mistake. You are not here by accident, not just to work a job, pay bills, or get through life. You were designed with divine intention. Deep inside, your heart carries a purpose far greater than what the world tells you. You were created for God himself. You were created for worship. Worship is more than a song we sing or a prayer we say. It is the posture of our hearts that says, God, you are my source, you are my strength, without you I am nothing. WHN we live this way, something powerful happens, peace begins to overflow, joy starts to rise. Direction becomes clear. That's because you are stepping into the very reason you were made. So many people spend their whole lives chasing success, approval, or possessions, yet still feel empty. That emptiness is not a sign of failure. It is a reminder that nothing in this world can fill a God-shaped space. Only his presence, only worship can complete you. When you wake up and give thanks, that's worship. When you choose kindness over anger, that's worship. When you trust God in the middle of the storm, that's worship. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing. God delights in the heart that says, here I am, use me, guide me, love me. And here's the good news, when you live a life of worship, you don't just honor God, you invite his power into every part of your journey. Doors will open that you couldn't open. Strength will come that you didn't know you had. Blessings will follow you, not because you chased them, but because you chased him. Remember today, you are not random, you are not ordinary, and you are not forgotten. You were created for God, and worship is your greatest calling. You are not here by chance. The God who made the heavens and the earth also shaped you with his hands and breathed his life into you. That means you are not random, not ordinary, and certainly not forgotten. Every detail of your life, your personality, your gifts, even your challenges was woven together with a divine plan in mind. Too often, people get caught up thinking they were created just to survive. Go to school, work a job, raise a family, and one day fade away. But you were created for more. God formed you with purpose, and that purpose is first and foremost to know him and to walk with him. When you understand that your life was designed around God's intention, you stop chasing the world's approval. You stop comparing yourself to others. You start realizing, I was created for him, and my value comes from him. That truth alone can lift the weight of insecurity and remind you that your life has eternal meaning. For many, worship is limited to a place or a moment, a song at church, a prayer before meals. But worship is much more than that. Worship is the rhythm of your heart declaring, God, you are first in my life. It's not confined to Sunday mornings. It's a lifestyle that carries into your Monday mornings, your workplace, your relationships, and your struggles. Real worship is when you pause in the middle of chaos and say, Lord, I trust you. It's when you resist bitterness and instead choose gratitude. Singing is beautiful, but worship goes deeper. It's surrender. It's choosing to lean on God when everything else feels shaky. When worship becomes your way of life, it transforms your perspective. Suddenly, challenges look smaller, hope feels stronger, and joy becomes unshakable. Worship opens the door for God's presence to walk with you daily. Deep inside each of us is a space that nothing in this world can fill. People try to satisfy it with success, possessions, relationships, or approval, but no matter how much they achieve, something still feels missing. That's because this space was designed for God alone. You were created to worship, and until you fill that space with him, you will always feel a sense of emptiness. This is why even the most accomplished people often struggle with inner restlessness. It's not that they're broken, it's that they're searching for fulfillment in the wrong places. True peace comes when you realize, I don't need more of the world, I need more of him. When you invite God into that inner space through worship, His presence brings completeness. You discover joy that doesn't depend on circumstances, love that doesn't fade, and purpose that never dies. That empty space is your soul reminding you you were created for God. Worship isn't only about lifting your hands in praise. It's also about how you live each day. Every choice you make can become an act of worship. When you wake up and say, "Thank you, Lord, for another day," you are worshiping. When you choose kindness over anger, forgiveness over bitterness, or faith over fear, that is worship in action. God doesn't just delight in your songs, He delights in your life when it reflects His goodness. That means you don't have to wait for a special service to worship. You can worship right where you are, at work, at home, in school, or even in traffic. Every time you put Him first in your decisions, you are telling God, "I love you and I honor you." That simple lifestyle of worship not only pleases God, but also shapes you into the person He created you to be. Here's the amazing thing about worship. When you give God your heart, He releases His power into your life. Worship attracts God's presence, and where His presence is, there is strength, peace, and blessing. The battles that once felt overwhelming start to shift when you choose to worship. Doors that were closed begin to open. Storms that seemed endless suddenly calm. Worship doesn't mean you won't face struggles, but it does mean you won't face them alone. God steps in and fights for you. He gives you wisdom when you're confused, strength when you're weary, and joy when you should be discouraged. Worship realigns your life with God's favor. You don't have to chase blessings. Blessings chase you because you're chasing Him. When you make worship your priority, you experience life on a higher level, a life where God's power carries you, His love sustains you, and His favor follows you wherever you go.